Hey painting pals, welcome back to Mandy's Minis. Now when I say bringing a character to life, I don't mean AI. We're actually going to start by digitally painting the character first. So let's get started. Now we're on my phone. You can use a desktop if that's easier, but I have a stylus for my phone, so that makes it easier to draw. We're using a program called Photopea. It's basically a free online version of Photoshop, so you don't even need to purchase an expensive program to do this. I'm going to import a photo of the model, convert it to black and white, and adjust the brightness and contrast to make it easier to see. Now we have a base to work from and can get to the fun part, experimenting with colors. I create a new layer, and with the layer blend mode selected to something like overlay, I can choose the color I want and paint right on the model. For each new color I switch to, I create a new layer. This will make it easier to change one or two things without starting all over again if you, or in my case the client, wants to change anything. This process will save us money since we don't have to keep repainting things, which will also lead to saving time in the end. Don't forget to save the file though. When completed, I can export the picture and send it off for approval. In this case, the response was... So I got to making the requested changes and then sent off the revisions and finally got that approval. All right, with our digital blueprint in hand, it's time to get some paint on this mini. Now remember, the mock-up is a guide. It's not a rigid prison. You want to feel free to adapt and improvise as you go. I'm starting with the galaxy cloak because the paint spatter that I'm going to do to get the stars on it in the background is going to make a big mess, and I would love for it to make a mess on the Zenithal Prime instead of the actual painting that I've done. It just seems the most natural place to start to account for those errors that I know are going to happen. All right, so this commission is a little bit of a special one. And that's because when the client reached out, she asked if I could help her create a very special character for her son's 40th birthday. He's a lifelong D&D player, loves Rangers, and she gave me a little write-up for this character. It's him, but it's not quite him. So I believe that she did use his image to actually make the model though. So extra special there. And when you see the final photos, I actually have the description that she gave me for the characters, and the whole thing will make sense once you hear that. For example, the galaxy cloak is very, very special. She described his two daughters as being the stars in his sky. And so the two stars on the galaxy cloak represent his daughters. He's a character of protection, not aggression. So the green, both at the bottom of the cloak as well as the rest, represents being a ranger. Rangers fit very well into that defending category. And as we all know, Rangers wear green. And here you can see I'm doing quite a bit of freehand to make those stars prominent and noticeable. And of course, perfect. Because I want to make sure this is the best birthday present he will ever receive. Then I can get on to the rest of the painting. Now, at this point, I sent an update to the client so she could see the progress and how much I had made. I was expecting, based on the previous digital aspect of it, for everything to go well. However, she did have a response. So now it's back to painting that cloak and making those changes. And of course, we can't forget the base. He's a ranger, so of course it has to be a forest base. I made sure that I added a lot of trees and foliage and different flock and, grass tufts and things like that to really make a special setting. And she was honestly blown away by it. Number one, my client is very happy with it, which means, of course, I'm really happy with it. I'm actually very proud of this one. It really means a lot to me when I can do something so special and help somebody get exactly what they want on a mini. There's not a better feeling than helping somebody in that way. And speaking of wonderful feelings, thank you so much for watching yet another one of my videos. I really appreciate it. I always love talking with you and the whole community and just being, thank you for letting me be part of your painting journey and, spending this time with me. A big special thank you to my patrons, as always. We really love them and appreciate them. Their contributions support the channel so much, and we really can't say thank you enough. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and that's all I have for now, but let me know if you have any special minis in the comments below and how you brought them to life through your painting journey. And until next time, have fun and keep creating.
In the deep green folds of the ancient forests, Alder Kinwood walks with steady foot and watchful eye. Once a lone traveler bound by duty, he found his truest purpose not in glory, but in guardianship. Blessed with 2 bright daughters who are the stars in his sky, Alder bears his shield marked by the lion, a symbol of strength, courage, and enduring love. His sword protects not out of conquest, but for the preservation of what matters most: kin, quiet, and truth. To those who cross his path in need, he offers safe passage. To those who threaten the innocent, he becomes the storm. There is no greater honor than to guide and guard the ones you love.